Yo, what up? We're kind of forgot that Hildebrand existed because I've been busy with a lot of other stuff. Got two big fights, deep dungeon. So I got a little distracted with that. So we're gonna do a short little stream today. Knock out Hildebrand. So let's get to it. Alright, hello Hardy Boiled. A vandal in the wild. If it isn't Bernadetta, then keeping yourself sharp, I trust. Reasonably. Good to hear. In our line of work, you gotta stay in peak condition and be ready for anything. In any case, you picked a good moment to come by. I've managed to recover more data and learned about another experimental subject. Oh! I dare say that is our cue for us to lend our investigative skills once more. I'm just over there. It seems this criminal had his soul put into the body of a Kawaholi. Oh boy. Kauhiloa. 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 Probably gonna be butchering that for the remainder of the quest line. That's a two-legged wolf, in case you weren't familiar. Prior to that, the man was a notorious vandal who went around causing wanton destruction, targeting everything from shops to government facilities. Didn't have any grand motive, was all in it for the thrill of it. A real piece of work. Like the sticky-fingered Cyclops, odds are he's up to his old antics in his new body, and is a pawn of the mysterious researcher. Such a fiend wreaking havoc in a densely populated area would swiftly attract attention. If our wolfmen were to make mischief, I expect it would be somewhere outside the city. Huh. Not half bad reasoning for a soft-boiled dope. As you say, the fiend's likely to strike places outside of Solution 9. You don't have any leads beyond that, though, so I have in mind to pay one of my trusted sources a visit. Myman's his name, and his business is knowing every bugger else's. Come on, he ought to be at his usual spot nearby. Mymond, huh? Perhaps similar to Wymond. Another man known for his ear to the street. Mymond. Does that not remind you of our friend Wymond? Let's see, there it is. It does! Do you suppose we'll get to meet a Yorman too? I like that he didn't bother with the response, he just walked away. Ever seen that advertisement? Yeah, probably. really ever looked up around here. It's a bunch of various fashiony looks. All this art that you can't really see very easily. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's probably somewhere else that's easier to see. This is the first place I've ever noticed it. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, like there it is again. With a filter over it. Cool. Could he be a clone of Wyman? He could be a clone of Wyman. I've never seen anything like it, except for the time Mr. Poo-Poo made all those clones of the Inspector. Good gods, he even looks like Wyman. There's Wyman. Let's see if he knows anything about a fiend with an appetite for destruction. Yeah, it's just Wyman, but in cruiserweight gear. Ain't often I see you with company, Detective. What can I do for you today? Some bullshit's going on. A thrill-seeking vandal in the body of a fiend. Sounds like a recipe for trouble, alright. Now, can't say as I've heard any talk of vandalism, either in or around Everkeep. But there's a hunter who caught sight of a solitary Kawahiloa near the barrier recently. It went into Vanguard and didn't come back out, so assumed it went to Shaloni. What struck him the most, though, was the queer way it moved. Seemed like more than a beast, he said. Kawahiloas are fiercely territorial creatures that live in packs. This lone wolf's our vandal. I'll wager my gun on that. We'll head to Shaloni right away. Thanks for the lead, Myman. "'Tis truly uncanny indeed, the resemblance you bear to my friend. His name is Wyman, and the information is his stock in trade as well." Not only do we have similar faces and names, but we're the same business besides? Well, bugger me with a lightning rod. You know, you look rather like the detective yourself. Only you're either younger or have a better skincare regimen. You brothers or something? Ridiculous. Detective Hardybold and I are not the least bit alike. Damn right, don't compare me to this preening ninny. Alright. Didn't mean to ruffle any feathers. But you, lass, something about you reminds me of the detective's assistant. Takes me back, it does. What's this song? It's a different remix of Smile, but it's very soft in its instrumentation. We should get going. Let's gather in front of Vanguard before heading to Shaloni. I don't remember this playing anywhere else. If it did, I forget. See a nerd. Jeez, I haven't been in this part of Heritage Found since the start of the expansion. There's just no other reason to come down to this part. I haven't seen this in a while. All the way back here, you can actually see the top of Everkeep. See where it hits the clouds. I don't think that's where it cuts off, because you can see it going beyond that. Anyway. That wolf fiend is so adorable. What with this spiky leg armor and giant sword? You think they like being scratched behind the ears? We'd chance to see a cow halo en route. They have rather endearing appearance, I must say. This will be my first time beyond the barrier. Or if I can find a quiet bar that doesn't water down its drinks. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Oh, we had to physically walk through Vanguard. Yeah, I guess we do. Inspector, you're all glowy tingly. Must be the lightning around that I hit you with. The after effects can linger a while, I'm afraid. No need for concern. Far from causing discomfort, the lightning appears to improve my circulation. I feel haler than I have in recent memory. You really are an oddball. The hell are these things? Ah! No, I must say, Detective, I hadn't expected your hardened self to suffer from a fear of insects. It's such adorable ones, too. They're not just any insect. They're Arglops, bringers of death and disease. Get hold of yourself now. An egg, that'll set you straight. You fool. You didn't bring any. Not a single one. Damn it all! Oh dear. Never have I seen such a severe case of egg withdrawal. Not you. Don't do it. Egg. Think you could boil this to be the good detective's liking? That I could. As long as it's not a bomb. get rid of my eye patch, my immersion. How long you boil the egg? Oh, man. How long do you boil eggs to make them hard-boiled? I mean, hard-boiled would imply that it's a long time. It's either 12 or 20 minutes. I've never had to hard-boil an egg. Fuck it. Just 20 minutes. Fuck it. Hard boil this egg. It'll be the hardest boiled egg you'll ever have. This is another trick, is it? Bah, I'll chance it. The rubbery white, the pungent, crumbling yolk, like a stubborn old coot who refuses to change with the times. You don't get it, do you, Bernadetta? What it takes to survive on the mean streets of Solution 9. Looks like you boiled it too long. I don't fucking know how long to hard-boil an egg. At any rate, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Bernadetta. I had every confidence you could aid the good detective, my dear assistants. Come, let us continue. And, actually, those couldn't be insects because they only had 4 legs. At least that's what I saw in that last little shot there. Wherever you go, I'll always make sure to bring food with me. After all, one can't investigate on an empty stomach. The landscape is reminiscent of Thaddelan, is it not? I'm put to mind of my youth, when I trained by running through the wilds whilst carrying a chokepo upon my shoulders. So this is the outside world. It's gonna take some time getting used to it, getting used to being under a sky without limits. Right. We should begin by talking to the locals. About a town I see over there. Shishnawezi Springs, eh? As good a place as any. Come on, let's go. Making me pronounce all these fucking names. You saw nothing. You wanna fucking go? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm feeling hunger pangs. Wonder if I can't get a bite to eat somewhere. I see they drill for ceruleum here, just like in Thaddelan. The similarity is more than soil deep. An old-fashioned place, this. But it's got a ruggedness that speaks to me. A man could get used to it. Anyway, let's split up and ask around. See if there's been any acts of vandalism in these parts. You learn something, you come and tell me. Okay. Vandalism? Don't get me started. Some miscreant busted up some of our drilling equipment. I pour my blood, sweat, and tears into keeping everything running just so it had to be turning red. Ceruleum's our livelihood, so the perpetrator can't possibly be local. It's an outsider, mark my words. Oh yes, I heard. There's been a barn that was destroyed the other day. Smashed to pieces by all accounts. Why would anyone do such a senseless thing? Has anything been destroyed in these parts lately? Have you perchance seen an endearing wolf-like fiend that walks on its hind legs? His fucking stance. As a matter of fact, there's been a spate of vandalism targeting barns and equipment. The culprit strikes when no one's around and leaves no trace, so we don't have as much of a lead. Baffled as we are, we've posted a generous bounty. Information's welcome too, of course. So if you see any suspicious activity, be sure to let us know. Where's Nashu? She did say she was looking for something to eat. Is this the place that has the saloon, or is that... Where's that? Because I think that's the saloon. I don't know how many of these buildings you can actually go inside of around here. If any. This is the only one I think you can. It's the one next to Needlewick. Interesting. She should be like easily in sight. Either I'm just blind or she's just not around. Anyway. Hey, managed to learn anything? Yeah, a little bit. We heard much the same. Our vandal's been busy. By the by, have you seen Nashu? I'm not sure where she's gone. You serious? How can you not know where your own assistant is? We better split up and find her. Slipped into the southern there for a second. And speaking of slipping into the southern, my throat. I wonder where Nashu could be. Oh no, not cocky ruffian. We know it's you, just admitted already. Oh, hello there, Benedetta. I could use a little help. I say, Nashu, have you been making new friends? Know her, do you? And all the chaos she's been sowing too, no doubt. Whatever do you mean? Don't play the fool. We saw her polishing them bombs. That's right. She's the one been blowing things up. We're taking her in and collecting the bounty. For the upteenth time, they're not bombs, they're medicine. Nashu. Yeah, verily. Though they may look, and indeed explode like bombs, they are in fact potent restoratives. My assistant is not the vandal you seek. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I slipped into British. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Exploded medicine? Ha! Yeah, this isn't looking good. Let's all take a deep breath now. No need to get so hot and bothered. We can talk this through, resolve things peacefully. I don't know who you are, but we're done talking here. She's the vandal, and that's that. You'll stand aside if you know what's good for you. If you're not willing to be civil, then we'll have to settle things the old-fashioned way. Detective, wait! I am emphatically opposed to violence. I must insist that we resolve this in a gentlemanly manner. Egg. These kids wouldn't know a gentleman if he shot him in the rear. Don't waste your breath. Yeah. You asked for it, old man. You want a duel? I'll give you a duel. Just remember that you had other options. Now we're gonna need witnesses, so let's take it elsewhere. Of course, gotta have the standoff in your western setting. I'm spaghetti all over this western. Don't worry, you little head. It ain't to the death. Ill at ease though I am with Detective Hardybold's chosen approach, it seems we must defer to him. He puts on a brave face, but he's nervous. Watch the eyes, he'll rush to finish it. It's this fucking Sherlock moment. What's that red smudge? Had yourself some poached eggs smothered in tomato sauce, did you? A soft choice for a soft bastard. Not the least bit phased. Hard recognizes hard, and I can tell you're a woman who's been to hell and back. Even I could learn a thing or two from you. Whoa, you kidding me? All this fuss over you? You're having a snooze? You got moxie, doll face. Just like her. Dream sweet dreams now. Dream sweet dreams now. Still charged with lightning. That's impressive in its own way. But never mind that oaf for now. I've got a job to do. An old-fashioned firearm like most carried in these parts. Watch the barrel, dodge the bullet. Luscious locks for a roughneck. Didn't know that fancy hair treatment you use, sweet prince. But a bar of soap is all I need. I've seen enough. This one's in the bag. Piss on the old law, as long as you win, don't matter how. It's coming. Year is 2025, and I have just seen a Matrix reference in my modern-day video game. Who the hell are you? What's going on here? So that's the way of it. But non-lethal rounds or no, the law forbids dueling in town. As much, this will be treated as an illegal gunfight, and the guilt falls on the side that drew first. You lot are coming with me. Now, it seems this all began when they saw the lady with what looked to be bombs, and assumed she was the vandal. While you don't strike me as the miscreant, I'd like to examine the objects for good measure. Ma'am, that's a bomb. I must say, it does look like a bomb. An understandable, if unfortunate, misunderstanding. Despite its worrisome appearance, I assure you, good sir, that this is a bespoke medicine that rejuvenates me when I'm feeling poorly. That's a bomb. Or was I born? That's a bomb, or I was born yesterday. Oh, I feel like a new man. 'Tis as if I walk upon a cloud. Enough of that hogwash. While this alone doesn't prove she's the vandal, we're going to keep her in the jailhouse till we don't know more. Are meals served at this jailhouse? Well, that they are. See you. Or see ya. I will come for you, Nashu. I will find the true criminal and clear you your good name, this I swear. Evil cat boy spotted. The cat evil. How you doing there, bud? Why did it have to be Oclops? On the trail of destruction. I cannot bear to imagine sweet, innocent Nashu behind bars. We must apprehend the true criminal and secure her release post-haste. Sweet and innocent ain't words I use to describe a bomb-toting dame. But settling that aside, we know who we're after. We just need to track him down. A number of residents report having sighted an unusual wolf-like fiend. Apparently, it has appeared near a settlement called Lorem in Your Trousers. It's Luwatsinia. Oh, I am not. Nope. We're not. Nope. I do not perceive it. Nope. Need to clean the wax out of your ears. Yeah, that's what I meant. That place. Come on, let's see what we can find out there. No, sir. Not reading that. That is way too many syllables. Too many syllables for my legs. I didn't talk to Red. Hold up. Right, let's question the locals about Wolfman sightings. Should be straightforward enough. So once we're together this time. So we'll stay together this time. Just say the word and we'll get started. Nothing to it. Ready? Then lead the way. Oh, wow. Oh. We're making progress. I didn't get the big pop-up tutorial of Hardy Boiled and Hildebrand are now following you. You can pick them up at any time if you leave them or some shit like that. Maybe the devs finally have understood that maybe we don't need to give them this tutorial every time. They can just click this if they want to know how it works. Discuss oven. Wood ovens, huh? Unheard of in Solution 9. We do all our cooking with electric appliances. That said, the smoke might give eggs a nice flavor. I'll have to look into it when I get the chance. Mother used to roast whole Milotragus in a giant oven. She was partial to Jubilees for their flavor, but I found them a little tough. There was no bearing on my own toughness, mind you. I saw it all right. A wolf-like fiend I've never seen before. He made off with a sack of vegetables we just harvested. It would seem our fugitive was famished. Being a wolf, however, would it not hunt for its own food? Whatever it is now, it used to be a man. Wouldn't it be odd if it still ate like one? If it isn't keen on hunting, it'd likely keep close to settlements for its meals. The motif of these dwellings is simple yet elegant. I expect Father would appreciate their artistry. He isn't here, is he? You can see the resemblance between the homes here and those in the outskirts. It was a real surprise when our worlds merged 30 years ago. I was just a greenhorn then, and she was still. Never mind. What I saw wasn't a wolf fiend, but an adorable little critter. It kept squealing at me as if it was trying to say something. Oh, I dare say this is a promising new lead. I have it. This creature is a minion of the Vandalous Wolfman. You and your soft-boiled guesses. I'd heard about strange squealing critters on True View, but I doubt it had anything to do with our case. Excuse me, ma'am. The wolf-like fiend. I've seen it south of here. Most folk avoid the area because of the those things territory. But I go out there to gather cactus. In the past few times I did, I saw the creature heading towards the gorge. Even those things give it a wide berth, so it must be dangerous indeed. Our fugitive might be holed up in that gorge. Come on, let's go take a look. Did that really need a cutscene? I feel like that could have been solved outside of it, but you know, whatever. Ah, the T-Rexes. Is that a linear cow pier? The Kauhiloa doesn't seem to be here right now, but this is definitely where it lays its head. I can feel it. Let's split up and search for clues. If you turn up anything, you come and tell me. Okay. Just a bunch of yeehees. Ah. A sack of produce and a piece of paper. The sack is laden with vegetables, likely those which the fugitive took from that place. Crude words have been scrawled across the paper, and Oglop loiters nearby as if regarding the paper in view. The Oglop scurries off, leaving you to devote your attention to the paper, which appears to contain diary entries written by the fugitive. Okay. Had a thirst. Did we? Oh, had a thirst, did we? Oh, yeah, it's a little bottle. Local varmint. It's a fucking beaver. Oh my, what a winsome creature you are. A liqueur bottle. The liquor bottle has long been since drained to the last drop. Perhaps it was purloined by the fugitive. It did not appear to be any more clear to the facility. Harderboard would like to take stock for discoveries. Okay. I found this empty liquor bottle. What about you? I found this, and that, and this. Good work, Bernadetta. The bottles and the produce must have been taken from that place. As for the piece of paper... Beaver. These are diary entries, alright. I'll read them out. Another good day's destruction. I reduced the barn to rubble in moments. Well before anyone was the wiser. My newfound strength is truly astonishing. The researcher contacted me. He wants me to put on a bigger show. We'll provide barrels of ceruleum for the job. This is going to be my tour de force. So it's as we suspected, like the thieving Cyclops, the vandalizing Kawaka Hiloa is working for the researcher. But I must say, for him to leave incriminating evidence out in the open where enterprising agents of inquiry could easily find is rather careless, is it not? When he was apprehended as a man, he left a diary of his misdeeds lying around, serving as incontrovertible proof of his guilt. To do it again, knowing full well how it led to his downfall. Perhaps he has some sort of clever design. Or perhaps it's a trap. He's just an idiot. At any rate, our fugitive has barrels of ceruleum at his disposal. Then we must exercise the utmost caution. The tiniest spark could cause an explosion to dwarf even Nashu's delights. So I ask that you refrain from using your gun. My gun's more versatile than you think. It's capable of converting the lightning it absorbs into all kinds of energy. The flick of a switch can shoot fire or water rounds as well. So if push comes to shove, I'll give the wanton wolfman a hosing down. Well now, that is a wondrous gadget. Yet be as it may, I remain firmly opposed to violence in all forms and elemental aspects. Solving cases in a manner befitting a gentleman, such as the creed of Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Soft to the core. If you don't harden up, you'll make the same mistake I did. As a rule, I don't talk about my past, but if there's ever a time to break that rule, now would be it. I used to have an assistant too. She was a lot like your own Nashu, a real sweetheart. But she's gone now, killed by the Crime King because of me, because I was too soft. The Crime King is descended from a line of mages. Carnelian's his real name. You know, he can wield powerful magic with a whispered word and a flick of the wrist. Doesn't have to rely on fancy gadgets like ordinary folk. We had him at our mercy, me and my assistant. Then he started spinning a sob story, like a half-boiled milksop. I lowered my gun. That was all the opening Carnelian needed. He cast a spell before I could blink. I would have died where I stood if my assistant hadn't leapt in the way. She wasn't wearing a regulator because she was following my lead. I killed her as much as he did. That such a thing could have happened. I was able to catch Carnelian soon after that, but now the bastard's at large again, in a fiend's body. When you deal with villains, you can't afford to be soft, or one day someone dear to you will pay for it. Now then, we confirmed the Vandals here. But what is it that the researcher wants to achieve with this destruction spree? Well, first things first, we need to alert the Dust Watch. They'll want to be ready when the Vandal strikes next. You know where to find them? Yeah. Hutsatwi, eh? Right then, let's be off. I don't remember I didn't see what's on. I pressed it fast. To think the detective had suffered such a terrible tragedy. I struggled to find the words. It is unlike you to be at a loss for words. You are right, my friend. As ever, I shall endeavor to be true to myself. Take a sip while we're flying. See, of course, she's just fucking eating. Eat. Is that a big fucking taco you got there? Hand it over. Now. You must try these tacos. Absolutely worth incarceration. Stay strong, Nashu. Soon you will be free. It's taco. It's amazing. Oh. Ah, it's you lot. What is it? I'll be damned. Just a moment ago, we received a message from someone claiming to be the Vandal. They declared that the train's their next target. I was about to dismiss it as a prank, but having heard your report, I'm inclined to believe the threat is real. That we need to get to Shaloni Station right away. Indeed, I'll gather my men and hurry there. As for Nashu, she's okay. 'Twould be best if she remained here for now, I think. Detective, keenly though I feel your loss, I must reiterate my staunch opposition to violence. Whatever may await us, I believe we must strive for a gentlemanly resolution. The Vandal never used to announce his targets. This reeks like a rotten egg. It's this fucking shapeshifter, man. Oh, it's the trolley boys. Or I guess train boys. Thank goodness you're here. Please, you can't let that fiend destroy the train. He's got a torch. We're on it. Get somewhere safe. We have you at last. From gentleman to gentleman. Tisk, detective. Over there, a dame in distress. Yeah, there's no lightning ether in the air, brother. Gah! Of all the times to be out of a charge. That fucking animation. Give a man a fright, will you? Hold it right there. Try anything funny and I'll torch those barrels. They're filled to the brim with ceruleum, enough to blow us all sky high. There's nothing you can do, so relax and enjoy the... Ouch! Wait, we must extinguish the fire! The hell do you think you're doing? I shall stop this runaway wolf train! I fear he's disinclined to stop. They're coming back. And they're headed straight for the engine. Damn it, if only I could use my gun. A Mandeville man and his electrifying headstand. You did good, Softy. You did good. You as well, Detective. You as well. I thought I was done for. I owe you my life. So you don't know anything either. I'm afraid not. I was only doing as I was told. Then the researcher's true objective remains a mystery. This chaos and destruction can't be for its own sake, can it? If you have learned your lesson, then I suggest you surrender yourself to the Dustwatch. You'll be safe in their care and receive our regular meals besides. All right, I'll go quietly. Apologies for the delay. I see you have the situation well in hand. So this fiend was behind the destruction. We're grateful for your help. Despite appearances, he was originally a man, so treat him like one, eh? Is that so? Understood. He'll be treated with due dignity. You're still soft-hearted, Boiled, as you always were. Whoa! I wasn't expecting an interruption so soon. But no matter. The commotion has drawn you here all as intended. You're Carnelian. You're Carnelian. Slurp. The villain disguised himself as one of my men and knocked me out. The rest, I believe you know. It seems Carnelian's also working for the researcher. That was just a diversion. What's the bastard's game? Let's head back to Hutsatwi for now. You've set your friend free, after all. My men can clean up things here. Apologies. All these coarse, deep voices be doing my throat in. Right, let's get the lady out of her cell. Oh, Nashu. Such an ordeal that must have been. Oh, yes. The hors d'oeuvres were quite tasty. Sheriff, we have a situation. A large shipment of ceruleum has been stolen from Shishinawezi. What? It appears the thieves struck while we were dealing with the trouble at the station. So that was their true target. First electrope, now ceruleum. What does he need all those resources for? As for Carnelian, he ain't the sort to do someone else's bidding. You can bet he's got his own angle. No matter what it is, I won't rest until justice has been served. And next time, my gun will be ready. You know something about these happenings, by the sounds of it? Evil, 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 evil. Evil, 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 evil. Excuse me for one moment. I need to do a big cough. Okay, apologies. So this extends beyond Shaloni. Even if I had the manpower, the dust watching, can't go traipsing about other jurisdictions. So I think it'd be best if we left the matter in your hands. Yeah, you can leave it to Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, good sheriff, that I shall find and apprehend the villain with grace and non-violent finesse. We'd be grateful. Naturally, my men and I will conduct a thorough investigation in Shaloni. If we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Come on, let's head back to Solution 9. I could use a hard-boiled egg right about now. Maybe even 2. Bop, 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 ba-da. Sure. It seems the inspector was a hero yet again. He never fails to rise up to the occasion. Now that my lightning charge is spent, I feel somehow lackluster. Home. I didn't mind it out in the wilds, but for this sentimental old fool, nothing beats this neon-lit city. Now I'll get back to working on the storage device. Check in from time to time in case I found us a new lead, like in about 4 months. Meanwhile, let us continue along our own lines of inquiry. Pray do not blame yourself for your assistant detective. The fault most assuredly lies not with you. But what a soft-boiled dope know. Just take care of your own, eh? Oh, they can stand up. That's weird. Yeah, these aren't bugs. They only have 4 limbs. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in Shaloni. Excellent. Soon the plan will come to fruition. Kenny-Lucca's achievements will be meaningless. Next to what the heavens have gifted me. You fugitives have served me well indeed. And you, me. Curious about my gun, are you? Come now. There's no need to be shy. She's a Molt Python Maximum, fitted with a custom short barrel. Being made of electrope, she convert her lightning charge into fire rounds and other energies. The double action trigger means she's as fast as you are, and the ambidextrous safety means she's at home in both hands. The ventilated ribs help you control her cool and reduce the risk of malfunction when things really heat up. The recoil spring guide rod takes the edge off her temper, while the extra long ejector rod housing serves to Damn, brother, there can't be that much about the gun. Jesus. Are you getting sleepy? Because I sure am. Let's call it a day, shall we? Crab. I don't have anything particular to say about my alchemy tools. Till next time. See you, Inspector. Don't worry, Bernadetta. I'm working on the storage device. I'll have more data cracked open soon enough. By the way, I've been feeling eyes on me lately. Not sure who it is, but the softy would probably think it's an admirer. Uh-huh. All right, that's Hildebrand. All that's left for the patch is to beat Quantum. We did a little bit of prog last night. We are currently dealing with seemingly the DPS check mini phase where the DPS and healer split up to go kill a bunch of towers, I think. I don't know, I haven't really looked at it because I've been stuck in the jail dealing with tank busters and line AoEs that I've really had to consider my MIT for. This Quantum 40 certainly is paced like an ultimate, alright. Thus far, Yoshi P was not lying there. So hopefully we'll get through that soon in the next few days, next week or so, however often we actually get to go in there. And on the other side of things, I've been working on my solo of the Deep Dungeon. So far, this is probably going to be the easiest Deep Dungeon to solo. Because I have encountered, like, nothing really scary. The only thing that had me vaguely worried was the Ancestral Malactender, the floor 60 boss. But any and all fears I had of that kind of went away as long as you have like a steel or a bark bomb. So, like, even if you do get hit, which I did on my practice runs, I have a separate practice file. It's not that scary if you have a little bit extra health and defense, because the vulns wear off if you don't get hit during other things. The spinning cactuar bits, the 1 or 2 step where all the little ads rotate around the room. It takes a little bit of eyes to get it right, but you can kind of see the pattern as long as you look at a couple different things at a time. But yeah, currently on my practice file, I just beat floor 70, the Cyclops. And, like, that's not a thing, so I'll be keeping practice on that, and I assume that probably after a few days of going at it, I'll probably have the solo clear, assuming I don't run into any snags. Yeah, there's nothing from doing our group content of the upper floors have any particularly scary mobs in them. There's only a couple mobs I don't know what they do, and if not, as long as I stay off to the sides, I can kind of deal with anything they have. And then line of sight the rest. Yeah, we beat Arkveld Extreme. It was pretty easy. DPS check non-existent. Gonna have to go see what the actual party finder strats for it, because we just kind of winged it. Yeah, there's really only 2 mechanics that you kind of need to think about, which was the limit cut, and then there was the 3 little lasers that have the party stacks and the spreads after them. You get past that, fight's basically over. can't imagine how fast it'll go when you have a full group of gamers that actually know what they're doing and have decent item level. But yeah, that's probably gonna be a wrap for patch 7.35. Probably just throw a tweet up to the screenshot once we beat Q40, and then I'll see you again for. I don't think there's any other content in this patch. I think next time will be 7.4 for the next raid tier and other stuff. Anyway, that'll be then, and that's it for now. Until then, bye-bye, bye-bye.